Okay, so today we are going to see, so in variables, data types, naming convention, yeah, special values is missing. In the functions fundamentals, function declaration, why functions we have seen, type of keyword we will see, checking the type of parameter. Okay, function assignments to the variable, we have seen this part. Anonymous functions we have seen. Arrow functions we'll see shortly. Okay, but before that, let's jump back to the variables. Naming conventions we have seen, and spatial values. Spatial values. Day 35.
So please share your screen.
Yeah. Day 35. Day 35. And here app 01.js in a day 35. I hope you guys see my screen. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, where nm is equals to abc. Where nm is equals to what? abc. But I can assign nm is equals to, or you can say where, let's have nm1, nm2 is equals to undefined. The special type of values are there in JavaScript. Undefined. Now, what is this undefined? Special types of values are there. If there is nothing to define, presently I have ABC to be defined to nm1. I can assign ABC to what? nm1. But apart from that, I don't have anything. But in some cases, I don't have anything apart from string, number, boolean. I don't have anything. Right now, I don't know what nm2 would be having. So what will assign? Undefined. So if you print console.log nm1, here if you print console.log nm2. Now let's open the terminal. Day 35. More days we have covered, but here it is showing 35. Now if you can say node app01.js, can you see abc and undefined? ABC and what? Undefined. Now, undefined is a primitive value in the JavaScript. It represents a variable that has been declared but not been assigned a value. Undefined represents variable has been declared, but it has not been assigned any value. It is often used to indicate that a variable or property does not have valid value. Variable or property does not have valid value. When you declare, it's the 34. If you see here it's a 35. On the 34th class, we had surprise test. Correct? Yeah. So undefined is a primitive value in the JavaScript. If you don't have anything to assign, you assign what? Undefined. Remember that it's a primitive value. It represents a variable that has been declared but not been assigned a value. It is often used to indicate a variable or the property does not have a valid value. When you declare variable without assigning a value, it is automatically initialized with undefined. Well, if you do something like this, where nm3 and console.log nm3, you didn't assign anything to nm3, and let's now run it. Can you see undefined, undefined? This is an interview type question. If you don't assign any value to the variable, what is the default type? If you don't assign any value to the variable, if you don't assign any value to the variable, by default it is what? Undefined. Either you assign it in this way or in this way. Now there is a one more thing called as null. Null. So here I can say where ob1 is equals to some object, ob1 is some object, a is equals to 2, like this. And if you print console.log ob1, and then where ob2 is null. Now console.log ob2. Now let me, can you see null? Now what is null? Null is also primitive value in JavaScript. It represents absence of the object. Remember that. Absence of any object value or the lack of the value where an object is expected. So here null means what? It is a lack of that value where object is expected. When you say null, any object is expected. That can be date object, can be something like this, it can be anything like that. So if you want to say that I don't know this, I don't know current object right now, current state of the object right now, at that time you will write null like this, and in the future you can add that value. Null is also primitive value in the JavaScript. It represents intentional absence of any object value or lack of the value where object is expected. You can use null explicitly to indicate that variable or a object property should have no value. Presently what? Presently what? It is having no value. It has no value right now. But what type of value expected? What type of value expected in obj2? Can you tell me? Presently it has no value, but what type of value is expected? Hello? Correct. Object type value is expected. If you have written undefined over here, any primitive value like string, boolean, number, something like that. Now you have written null, which means that what value is missing over here? Value of type object is missing over here. This is the interview type question. Difference between undefined and null. Difference between what? Undefined and null. Now here you can say where okay, I'll come to that point shortly. I'll come to this point shortly, but basic we have covered what is undefined, null, and what is undefined and null we have covered. Now let me open new file app02.js. app02.js. So let's maintain one readme.md. Readme.md, what things we have covered? So we have covered following things today. We have covered following things today. First, special values. Special values, null and undefined and null. Undefined and null. So this part we have covered. Now next thing, see now where number is equals to number is equals to 10, num1 is equals to 10, where num2 is equals to 20, and if I say console.log, and here I can say num1 plus num2. Can you tell me output?
1020.
1020. Anyone else want to answer? Hello?
Yeah, same answer.
Same answer, 1020. May I know a reason why 1020? May I know why 1020?
Uh, when a string plus anything is always a return a string.
Okay. And here, who is string?
Num1 also string and num2 also string.
Okay, both the things are string over here.
Yes.
So, what is the expected answer? Expected answer should be 30. I want 30 out of this. But because this number is not in number format, so first first, how do you get to know in the code? By looking at this you can tell. By looking at this you can tell, oh, this is a string. By looking at this you can tell it is a string. But how do you tell, how do you do same thing in the code? So how do you check type of this value? How do you check type of this value? Type of this value. Well, JavaScript gives you a classical function or keyword called as console.log, and can you see type of num1 and type of num2. Okay, so here we can say num1 type is this and num2 type is this, and node app02.js. Can you see what is the type of num1? Is string. So this guy is returning what? String. So type of is a built-in keyword in the JavaScript. Type of is built-in keyword in the JavaScript. So what type of does? Type of will give you a value of, type of particular value. Let's take another example. So instead of storing it in the variable, can we do something like this? Console.log boolean type plus I can straight away write a boolean value over here, type of true. Can I do that? See here, I can do, no problem, right? Instead of true to be stored in one variable, I can directly write like this. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Or you can store this true like this in a variable also, no problem, where is okay and false. So instead of directly putting value over there, you can say is okay. Do you understand this or not? Either you give value over here, technically you are giving value over here, type of this value, correct? Similarly, if you want to see console.log object type, deliberately I will write single quotes just to show you there is no difference. Object type, and let's create one var obj, absolutely not necessary. You can do that here also, obj and a:1, and here we can say plus type of obj. So why I have explained the type of, because here your expected answer is 30, but JavaScript is giving you 1020. Why? Because you are unsure about the types. So this type is of string, this type is of string, or one of them is string, still you will get 1020. So before you perform any of the operation, you should be very much aware of the types. You should be very much aware of what? Types. So here you are saying this should be number, this should be number, this should be number, this should be number, and then and only then you get expected answer as 30. Otherwise you will not get 30, you will get 1020. If this is string, this is number, still you will get 20, sorry 30, 1020. If this is string, this is number, still you will get same thing. So type of operator in a JavaScript, tells you, type of operator in a JavaScript tells you type of particular keyword. I don't know why we have written this in functions. Why we have written this in functions in the morning batch? This should be part of variables and data
Yes.
types, right? This should be here.
Yes.
This should be here, type of keyword.
Yes.
Mistakenly, I think we have written there, right?
Yes, sir.
Function fundamentals. In the function, that is not required. Okay, type of parameters checking, might be that's why. Fine. So let me go to the JavaScript again. Do you have any question on this? Let me push this much code. Quickly go through it. And here I can say, what's that? What things we have seen? JavaScript, special values, and type of keyword. Just go through the code and ask me questions if you get any. Any questions?
No, sir.
This is clear, right?
Yes.
Okay. Next part. Next part. So there are few things which helps you in converting the types. There are few things which helps you in converting the types. Means what? So let me create a new file, app03.js. Now, the first technique we already have seen, JavaScript type conversion. So here I can say JavaScript type conversion. Type conversion. Now, this we have seen where num is equals to 10, then where str. Now I want to convert this number to the string. I want to convert this number to the string, so I can just plus 10. Correct? I add 10 simply like this. And this is nothing but what? This sorry, here num. So this number is converted to the string. So here you can check console.log type of num, and again you can write here type of str. Here you can write in this way also. Num also you can write num is equals to string plus num, and here you can say num. And now run the code. Node app03.js. Can you see? In the beginning, type of num was number. When you do string plus anything is always string. String plus anything is always string. So this type of conversion is also called as implicit conversion. Implicit conversion. This type of conversion is also called as what? Implicit conversion. Any question? Here it is getting converted. Do you agree with this or not? Here number type is of number, and you do something and it has automatically converted to the number. So this thing is called as implicit conversion. Now second thing, explicit conversion. So here we have where, let's have num1, 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 where num2 is equals to 10. And you can do something like this, num2 is equals to string. You have called constructor function or class constructor, and you assign num2, and here you can say console.log num2, and here I can say num2. Or let's write a separate function implicit conversion. Now I'm PLICIT, implicit conversion, and inside that I will add these things, and here you can call simply implicit conversion, which will invoke this function. Why I have written function over here? Because we have studied the function. It would be a revision for that thing. It would be revision for that thing. Creating functions, and those functions will have some code. So here implicit function, you can comment this out. Similarly, you can write another function, explicit function. For every concept, explicit conversion. This function name can be anything. For this each concept, these many are the types: implicit conversion, explicit conversion. And now let's call the explicit conversion, and here you can see node. Can you see here output is of what? Explicit conversion. Type of num2 is number, and after that num2 is getting converted to what? String. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
Python concepts for mastering AI. Any question on this?
No, sir.
Okay. All please respond. Any question? Okay. So why we have used function? There is no use of function over here, but just to revise the concept. You can write this straight away, but we have seen function gives you modularity, reusability. That's why we have used this thing here. Okay, explicit conversion. Let's comment this out. Create function, and number conversion. Now reverse. You can say number conversion. This can be done in two ways. So here where, now see num is in a string format. Our program, first thing why we have doing all these things, num2 is 10, and console.log num1 plus num2. What would be the answer? 20310. For this we are trying to convert these things. You getting my point? Hello? That was the main concern over here. So we got unexpected answer like 1020. So we thought that okay, it is really good if I get the type of this value, and that's why JavaScript says that, boss, I have one feature for you, that is a type of keyword. Type of keyword will give you type of this given value, right? And now JavaScript has also given you a mechanism which will convert the type to your expected type. Now here what we need to convert this num1 to number. There is a number, it is a class in a JavaScript. Right now you can remember in this way, this is a class in a JavaScript which converts given string to the number. Here you can say num2, same thing, number, num2. Again let's check console.log type of num1 console.log type of num2. Again here you can check type of num. Here you can check type of num. Again here you can check type of num2 and call the function number conversion. Yeah, can you see first these two are of type what? String. Correct? These two are of type what? String. So this line can be added here also before making conversion. Can you see before making conversion 20310, after this line we have converted these strings 203 to the number and 10 to the number. So if you check, type of this num1 is string over here, type of this num2 is again string over here, and num1 plus num2 is 20310. But here you make a conversion, number. So this num1 is string, you convert it to the number, so num1 becomes now number, so answer is number here. For this also answer is number over here, and can you see the final answer 213. So output of this line is a 213. Correct? 213. You getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Other members, please respond. All of you, please respond. So when I ask you question, please respond either over mic or in a chat box.
Yeah, just clear.
Okay. Okay. Type conversion. So we have converted to the number. Now let me create one more function, and here you can say again non-number conversion. Okay, now here I have where num1, see earlier case it was number, but what if you have something called as AAA and you try to convert this, so you can check again and again. I will not write this type of, for few sessions only I will write this type of, for only few sessions I will write this type of, otherwise again and again I will not write it. Okay, but by looking at the value you will get to know that okay, this is a string type. Now this is a string type, that is okay. If you see, this is a string type, but inside string there is a number, and that's why the conversion is valid. Inside string there is an actual number, but here it is a non-numeric string. Do you agree? Do you agree with this?
Yes, sir.
So here this is a string which contains 203. These are the digits which forms a number 203. This is a string, no problem, but it contains a numeric data. But if you look at this string, this is invalid string. This is a valid string, but as far as conversion to the number, this is invalid. Okay, now if you try to do something like this, num1 convert it to the number and pass num1, this num1. So here you pass this num1, and reassigned this num1 to this something new. Same thing we have done over here, same thing we have done over here. Now can you tell me, if I write console.log num1, what would be the output? So let me call this function non-numeric conversion. What would be a value at this line? What would be value? May I know the value? Okay, he's saying numeric value. I'm not asking type, I'm asking value. Okay, and here comes a new special value. Can you see NaN? What is the output of this guy? This will give you answer NaN. Now let's go to the documentation, and here you will see one special value NaN, not a number. So you are asking JavaScript, this is a AAA. If this is 103, it will properly work and answer would be 102. But if it is non-numeric string, JavaScript will say that, boss, I cannot convert this. Even you cannot convert this AAA to the number. AAA to the number. Why you cannot convert this? Because this is not a number. And that's what JavaScript is giving you, NaN. So here there is a one more type now where num is equals to nan. This is a valid type in a JavaScript. So nan represents, nan is special value in a JavaScript, stands for not a number. It is returned when the mathematical operation or the function that expect a number receives a value, but it is not a valid number. One example I have given over here. You try to convert this AAA to the number, but that will not happen. Correct? Hello?
Yes, sir.
This is clear, right? Everyone, please answer.
Yes, yes.
Any question? Anything is unclear?
No, sir.
Okay. Not a number. Remember that it's a valid type. So false values, I will come definitely over here. Just don't worry. NaN is a special value, not a number. Not a number. Okay. Fine. So we have seen the object types. Now, this is also one of the conversion. Let's try with function. Let me write here. Function bool conversion. Boolean conversion. Same thing. If in a string it's a true or false value. Now here, where str is equals to true, and then again str is, or now I need a separate variable, it's where is okay, is number, and I can say str. Then console.log type of is okay, and call the function boolean conversion. Now see here, and see here, I will print type is this, and console.log is okay. Here is the, oh, I'm sorry, it's a number. You should be writing boolean. Boolean. Can you see here? The type of is okay is boolean, and actual value is true over here. If I say false, you will get value as boolean. What's happening? Type of is okay. Val okay. Now can you see here? If you see any string, if I write over here, that is coming as true. That is coming as what? True. What's the reason? So I want you to make a research on this. I want you to make a research on these things. Why it is happening like this? So here I can say true. That's fine. It is coming as true. But if I write false, still it is coming as true. Why?
Sir, is okay is we can use a boolean, so it is printed true because it's a string.
So what? I want you to make a research on this, and you need to tell me the answer. And for this, now I will show you something. I'll write empty string here, and now I'm getting false. Means what? What's happening exactly over here? If I write some ABC or 1, 2, 3, true. If I write 0, see here, true. If I write undefined,
There is false.
there is true. If I write empty, there is false. Means what is happening here?
The empty means is a false value.
Correct. Now I'm coming back to this point definitely. But I want you to make this research. If I write true or any string, for any string it is giving me true, which means that this boolean thing is not working properly. I want to convert string to boolean. I want to do that string to boolean. And how to do that? Hello? I want you to make a research on this part. I want you to make a research on this part. Converting boolean to the string. Hello? How do you convert boolean to the string? You getting my point?
Yes, sir.
So type of this would be string. Remember, try to understand. If I write console.log and type of this str would be what? String. Then what this boolean does exactly? What this boolean does exactly? Make a research over here. What it is doing internally. You can refer the Stack Overflow. You can take a help of ChatGPT. Anything. But I want you to make a research. It's not that difficult. It's pretty easy. So if I write anything over here, why in all cases it is giving me true? For the false also it is giving me true. Means what it is doing internally. I want explanation from you, all of you, why it is happening like this. Okay? Otherwise, I am here to explain you. I know what's happening exactly. Fine? Well, let's comment this. There are a few more methods to convert function. Con, number conversion. I can say 1 because we already have that function. And here you can say where num is equals to 10. So there is something called as parsing. There is something called as what? Parsing. See here, you need to convert num is equals to parse int. There is one function available in a JavaScript. And here you can, okay, here just make this as string and then pass num over here, or you can have a separate variable where age is this and console.log age. Before that, console.log type of age and number conversion 1. Number conversion, let's make parsing. Parsing means what? Converting. Parse means extract and convert. Number conversion parsing. Can you see number and 10? So if you see 10 is yellow, can you see type is number and this is string. And here definitely type would be string. Parse int. Similarly, if this is a floating point number, or here we can say salary, and this is in string form 123.78 like this. And here we can say emp salary is equals to parse floating point number, and here you can say console.log sal. It will emp sal. It will convert it to the floating point. Can you see 123.78 and 10? Getting my point?
Yes.
Yes.
So this is how your conversion will work. So we have seen undefined, null and nan, not a number. Type of keyword we have seen. Type conversion we have seen. Still, we are about to see the falsy values. It's not the right time to start this topic. I will start it shortly. But as far as variables and data types is concerned, most of the things we have covered that you will need while typing the code. Okay. Now I'm going to start with conditional statements. Now I'm going to start with what? Tomorrow, conditional statements. If you have any questions, you can stay back and ask. Otherwise, we are good to wind up the today's session. Okay. Hello. Let me push this much code. These many things we have covered today. Type conversion methods. Type conversion methods we have seen. I have pushed the code. I'm stopping the recording. Thank you.